New at 5:30 in Fordyce, the police chief there says one of his officers has resigned after an unjustified use of force. This centers around a 2023 incident when a teenager was hit by an officer while handcuffed.
The incident captured on body cam video that we're still trying to get, but the chief of police said in a statement that type of behavior is not expected from law enforcement. Tylisa Hampton joining us live now from Fordyce. Tylisa, you've spoken to the chief about this. What did he say and what other details do you have?
Well, Donna and Kevin, the chief, would not go on camera. However, he did tell us that that type of behavior wouldn't be tolerated. We were able to speak with officials from a Central Arkansas organization who said they want to make sure that never happens again.
We found that very disturbing and not an appropriate reaction.
On December 23rd, 2023, Fordyce police say officers were called to help find a 17-year-old who attempted to escape Mill Creek Behavioral Health Facility, which cites as a residential treatment center for children and teens struggling with things like mental and behavioral health issues. In a statement, Chief Chad Hubanks says when officers arrived, they were able to find the teen who tried to avoid restraint. The teen was later placed in handcuffs and placed in the back of the patrol car. However, things took a turn when Chief Hubanks says an officer was seen on video hitting the teen in the face while the teen was already restrained and then verbally berated on the way back to the facility. Reagan Stanford, an attorney with the Disability Rights of Arkansas, says it's unacceptable.
I think obviously there's more training that's needed around working, with people that are in mental health crises, working with youth, responding, understanding the population at these facilities that are in their areas.
Chief Hubanks says every officer in the video is no longer employed with the department, and the officer who was mainly involved in the, quote, unjustified use of force has resigned. He says it also highlighted a lack of relevant training on their behalf, and in response, every officer employed then, now, and in the future will take an additional 12 hours of use of force training every year. And Stanford, that attorney, she also told me that they have been in contact with Fordyce Police on future suggestions for the department. As for the main officer involved in this incident, the chief tells me that that officer will be decertified. And also, we have reached out to the Arkansas State Police and, of course, Fordyce Police for the video. And once we have that, we'll make sure to share it on air and online. Reporting in Fordyce, I'm Tylisa Hampton. Back to you.
I genuinely don't. I don't be knowing, bro, because I just did a video for the podcast channel, right? You know what I mean? My thoughts about some of my thoughts on dating. And then it's just so fluent, you know what I mean, how I do it, if you go listen to it. The only problem is I did it while I was driving, so it's horrible background noise, but. And then I watch things like this and I have to, I stumble more over my thoughts, and it's not because I don't know what I'm thinking, it's because I have to communicate that in so many constraints, you know what I mean? So that's the problem over here sometimes, man. I'm thinking watching this video, my partner asked me, he said, man, why are you so callous in your verbal delivery, and how your delivery, talking about how I communicate things. And it had me thinking, he told me that this weekend when I was in Atlanta, and it's like, yeah, I do need to, you know what I mean? I'm more palatable when I'm not so callous verbally. But then I also was thinking on my trip back home, but what he said is right, and that's what I'm building on. And it's not the first time I've heard that, I thought of that. But also, man, Jesus went in the table flipping temple. I mean, all the other way around. We probably want to go with the right way that it happened, though. And I guess that's probably the best definition of my persona. I be thinking, like Shorty said, we need more training, and we find that it's like, no, bro, y'all. I don't even know the analogy here. I don't even know the example to give, bro. It's like y'all playing badminton. They literally shooting missiles at us. And that's where it's like, for me, it's like, no, I've been watching this for too damn long. Okay, cool, they shooting missiles, we playing badminton. That was 100 years ago. That was 200, 300 years ago, man. They shooting bigger missiles. Our badminton rackets and the little thing we hitting is getting smaller. That shit ain't doing nothing to them. And so that's why I be like, that's where all the passion come from, man. What the fuck you mean? And then that just migrates to another thought. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I deal with therapists and therapy, man. And I think men have failed humanity. And I don't say this as a shot at men. I think it's something that we're totally unaware of as a group of people. I think we fail humanity by leaving the mental health profession primarily to women, man. I think we as people, as humans, have failed ourselves by perpetrating this idea that women are more nurturing, because it also perpetrates the idea that men don't have to invest themselves as much into being nurturing, because hell, we ain't never gonna be that anyway. And that's another reason why, in response to this right here, you get the idea, the response that we need more training and we find this hard. But no, we don't find this hard. We find it's a declaration of motherfucking war. And that's how I want to say it. Because there was nothing nice and palatable about them beating that little boy in the backseat of that damn car. And whatever the fuck they said that they don't want to show us on that video. And if I remember correctly, I seen this story, and I do think the video is already out. If I remember correctly, I think so. But that's just my homeboy, back to the question he asked me, why are you so callous verbally? Because listen, watch what's going on in the world. Y'all still want to have comfortable conversations about that shit in response. I don't know how to do that. I'm down to have wise conversations. Now, sometimes I need to pull my passion back and express it more wisely, with more wisdom. But I don't think the frustrated, the angry passion that I have when I see this shit is out of place. I think it is. I think how y'all respond to it in these kind ass, we need more training ass tones. Like, these motherfuckers ain't been trained to do cartwheels, flips, and jumping jacks already. Everything but what the fuck they keep getting trained to do. That shit don't make no damn sense. And you a professional. You one of the motherfuckers to tell us how our minds work. And that's what you get out of all this shit going on in America. Which brings me to another segue. You know, my partner, man, I love him to death. And he'll tell you, my brother, I say this in front of him, bring him on camera. He's not like fuck everybody else pro-black, but he's real like pro-black in the sense that he's like, yo, man, let's make sure we're doing as much for our people as we even think about doing for everybody else. And I've been having, trying to find a way to have the conversation with him, because I'm a fan of that. You see what I'm saying? We need mental health professionals who think like they got some damn sense, advocating, championing the cause of mental health. We need this group and demographic championing. We need that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You say, hey man, don't forget about us over here. But the problem is too many of us settling into that mindset. So you'll have a mental health professional like, yeah, hey man, don't forget about us over here, but that will be your only focus. So she'll be saying, hey man, treat people with mental health and behavioral issues. Make sure we remember that human. Make sure we remember that human. But she'll forget that there are other humans that need to be treated. So my partner, he'll say, hey man, make sure we're looking out for, our people. Make sure we treat our people with the same love and compassion. But and I'm not saying he does this, but this is my man, so I can use him as an example. He'll forget that there are other people. So I skip all that shit, and I'll just be like, yo fam, I wouldn't have to say, and I know there's some all lives matter shit, and I ain't getting into that because that's some political shit, but what I'm saying is, I wouldn't have to say treat, black Americans like they're human, treat Hispanic Americans like they're human, treat mental health Americans, I ain't even gotta be, I wouldn't have to put no specifications on it if I just said, motherfucker, we all treating everybody like we everybody. If that's your son or nephew that you're going to pick up at that behavior facility having issues, and you in your right mind, just treat the boy or girl like you would treat your people, man. That's it. And maybe I said too much and didn't oversimplify my oversimplification. Just treat motherfuckers like they're human, fam. That's it. That's it. Like, all these other things, we throw contextual ideas and arguments and opinions, we throw in there, fuck all that, family. Literally treat, it's the golden rule. We all learned that shit when we was kids. I don't get no damn where you from. You gotta be American. But we so educated that we throw all that shit out the window so we can ease and slide in our excuses. Okay, we gotta treat these people like they're human, but over here we can treat them like they shit. That's why I be tripping sometimes when y'all see the cops doing it and get mad, because I be looking at a lot of motherfuckers doing the same thing the cops do. We just don't have badges. All right, I'm 5 minutes in, I don't even remember. As it pertains to the Johnnies, man, I was thinking also, like, it's crazy how they rush to podiums when it's something they can look like heroes about and poke their chest out about. But anytime they done fucked up, all of a sudden they ain't got nothing but a statement. I consistently say, I done fucked up a lot in life, bit dog, I still do. But it's not a reflection of the people that raised me. Because if I had to pat my chest and pump my chest out about anything, I would say my people raised a man, fam. We don't hide when shit get crazy. Hell, if we hide anytime, it's when we got something to pump our chest out about, because we ain't really into that. You know what I'm saying? To God be the glory. But when it's fucked up, nah, bro, we ain't hiding behind no motherfucking paper and pens. Nigga, we stepping up and saying, like, this what happened. You're going to be able to see, Lord willing, you're going to be able to see our faces. You're going to be able to look us in our eyes. That's how I consistently go back to these folk being just cowards. Y'all ganged up. Anytime we see y'all, y'all can't do shit. Even take a shit without 3 or 4 of y'all around. Y'all scared of acorns. Literally, these are real life stories. Y'all be trying to kill Americans by acorns falling from trees. That shit sound like something off a cartoon. But anytime it's really time to step up, y'all let kids die in schools, motherfuckers, while you're the same gang of you stand outside like you don't know what the fuck to do. You got parents, women, men, like, nah, motherfucker, I'm going in here. Y'all coward. You see what I'm saying? So y'all consistently show us who y'all are. So it's not misplaced vitriol or rage when I call y'all these names. I'm just literally describing what the fuck y'all present every time you get a chance to. Then you hide the body cam. Then you see the Slater hand, he's resigned. He's gonna be decertified. What the fuck you mean he resigned? Didn't the motherfucker commit a crime? You couldn't at least fire him? You ain't lock him up? Everybody else no longer with the department. I mean, what the fuck they do? If you gave him this pampered ass treatment, what you did? Send him next door to your buddies for 6 months, then you gonna let him slide back over here? I just don't be liking the blatant, obvious, manipulative disrespect, especially when it's on the backs of y'all physically and literally terrorizing Americans or other humans. I don't give no damn what this shit go on there. I just think they clowns and I think they cowards. I don't think they have to be. Like, all of us don't have to do the dumb shit we do, but we do it. This the dumb shit they do, and I struggle to see how anybody ever sees them as heroes. Prayers for everybody dealing with behavioral, mental health, whatever issues you got. I'm trying to build it. It's a beautiful Thursday. I'm out. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.